Good morning, it's Karen Richardson here, and I wanted to bring this to you. Karatbars is a scam! Shall we address it? All right, I thought that'd get your attention. So, there are a lot of people out there who are screaming scam, at Karatbars, and I'm sure it's not the only opportunity that they are doing this with. However, I'm going to be really kind actually, and I'm going to say, okay, well, let's look at what's going on in Karatbars and why they might feel this way about what's happening, and then let's actually address these objections with, what's going on, what the situation is, and what the facts are. Because it's easy to get carried away with, a scam narrative when in your mind, you're seeing things from a certain point of view, and you're not actually looking beyond that point of view to what is actually going on and what is actually happening in the, in the ecosystem, in what is actually going on in the world even. So let's actually talk about that, because to a degree, I will actually say I think expectations could have been handled better on the outset with the KBC coin when it was announced that 100 KBC coins is going to be worth a gram of gold on July the 4th. And this is absolutely true. However, a lot of people came in thinking, yes, I can buy this for pennies and then I'm just going to take it all out and it's going to be worth the amount of gold. Well, first of all, let's address that. No one actually said the coin is going to be worth in terms of fiat currency, in terms of paper money, the same as amount of a gram of gold. Okay, so 100 coins, that would mean there'd have to be 45 cents each on the market. Now, you have to understand that the cryptocurrency market value is a completely separate entity that actually Karatbars itself has no control over, because it's controlled by the people who buy the coins. So, at the moment, the coin is at a very low price, which is wonderful because it means you can buy that coin and you can exchange it for grams of gold. Okay, grams of gold. It was never promised you were going to get the cash value of gold. Okay, so that's number one. You were never promised the cash value of gold. You were never promised that the coin would be exactly the same value as the gold on July the 4th or, thereafter. Okay, that was not the promise. The promise was 100 coins could be exchanged for 1 gram of gold. And they have fulfilled that. But in order to get that gold, you have to, get a print off what's called a QR code, and you have to be a member of Karatbars to be able to do this. Okay, so if you've just bought the coin on the exchange, you need to join Karatbars so that you can then change your coins up for a gram of gold. Okay, that's what you need to do. It's not going to happen on the crypto exchanges. As I say, they are independent. Okay, they're independent of everything else that's going on. They are dependent on people buying and selling the coin. Now, having said that, the fact that we have two separate prices, or two separate values, rather, not prices, two separate values for this coin is a wonderful thing, because, we've got the gold value of the coin, whereby the coin can be exchanged for gold, right? So you have that gold value, and that is always going to be whatever the value of a gram of gold is, which is approximately 50 US cents at the moment. Okay, so US dollars. Approximately 50 US dollars, which would, then make one coin like the value in gold, right? Not a fiat value, but the value in gold would be like 50 cents, right, for one coin. However, the market obviously does not reflect that just yet. But, and this is, can I just say that my opinions are my opinions. They're not necessarily based on those of Karatbars or other Karatbar affiliates. But, the fact that we have this separate market price is a brilliant thing, because you think of Bitcoin, okay? Now, Bitcoin is just, in a sense, it's like a fiat currency, and it is not backed with anything, actually. Our coin is backed with gold, okay? So we have the gold standard backing our crypto coin. But that also means, because it has an independent market value, it can also go much higher than that value of gold that it's backed with. It could go up to 10,000, for example. And I'm saying I'm not, I don't know this for a fact. I'm just saying this is one of those possibilities. And there are reasons why that is a very high possibility. Okay, so that's just addressing number one. And there was this misnomer that you could just then draw out unlimited amounts of gold. Now, can I just say that, can you imagine if everyone in the world decided to withdraw all their cash from the banks? What do you think would happen? Okay, the banks would collapse, right? The whole financial system would collapse. Now, very wisely, there has been a limit put on the amount of gold that you can withdraw. So it's only at the moment 1 gram of gold a day, okay? And we can withdraw that physical gold through cash gold machines, right? Like ATMs, gold ATMs. And, you have to understand that we are in this start-up period, okay, of a gold standard bank with crypto, with gold, backed with gold, okay? We are right in the start of this whole venture, okay? The cash gold machines, the first 1,000 were actually starting to be shipped out yesterday. So they're actually going all over the world. So people are actually going to be able to withdraw physical gold, okay? Withdraw physical gold in the next few months. And obviously that's the first 1,000. There will be more and more waves of cash gold as people adopt this more and more. All right, so that's step one, right? So we're going to have the CEMs, that's what they're called, the gold ATM machines called CEMs, cash gold exchange machines, I believe it stands for, so that people can withdraw the gold, okay? So that's coming. Right, well, they're being delivered right now, actually, as we speak. They're out and they are being delivered. Okay, then moving forward, we're going to have an entire banking ecosystem, right? This is what's coming, the gold standard bank, the KaratCoin Bank world, okay? Whereby all these things are going to start to become interchangeable, okay? Crypto, gold-backed crypto, and then eventually it's going to have a situation where Karatbars is going to buy back gold for cash, for fiat, right? So this is all on its way. Now, for those of you who have never been in a startup situation, I can understand that you sort of expect everything right away, right? It's all got to happen. This is what's been promised. It's got to happen right now. It doesn't work like that. Karatbars are proposing an actual world solution, okay, against the real scam that's going on. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Karatbars are coming up with a world global solution. Guys, Rome wasn't built in a day. This is going to take time. The next few months are absolutely pivotal, but for the mass adoption of this, it's going to take 2 to 5 years, probably, hopefully a lot quicker. So we have to sit tight and we have to be patient. Right, now let's talk about the real scam that's going on, okay? The real scam is the Federal Reserve. The real scam is the fiat currencies that aren't backed by gold, right? The real scam is that the banks are printing money, okay? They're gung-ho. They are printing lots and lots of money. Now, what do you think that does to the value of our money? It decreases it. It rapidly decreases it. If you notice how much more expensive things are, it's because money doesn't have the value that it has had before because they keep on printing. It's called quantitative easing. Now, this means there is going to be a crash, okay? It's no ifs or buts or maybes, okay? We had a massive recession in 2008, and to alleviate the issues with that recession, the banks printed money, and it has been going on ever since 2008. That means that it's not going to be a recession next time. It is going to be a crash, okay? It is going to be just a terrible, terrible situation where, the Western countries in particular who have been doing this are going to be finding themselves in a very, very difficult situation. So what do you think they're going to do? Let's think about that, shall we? What do you think they are going to do? Well, that nice pension that you got building up. Well, Do you think they might raid that? Because that's happened before, yeah? They just dip into the pension pots and say, oh, sorry, all that money you've put into the pensions, it's not available anymore. And they can do that. They have what's called bail-in. So if you have savings in a bank, they can just help themselves to it. They will just take it, okay? It's legal. It's written into their contracts that they can do that. It happened in Greece, okay? It happened in Greece. They actually took people's money. They would not let people withdraw money, okay? So this is what is, going to happen moving forward, because it's going to be a crash. So if you can't see why we need something that's independent from our banking system, the new wave, which is crypto money, it's people's money, okay? The new wave is crypto, but backed with gold, which is the oldest currency in the world. The oldest currency. Why does gold hold its value? Because there's a limited amount of it, okay? There's a limited amount of it. That's why the value of it goes up. Oh, and just so you know, the banks are currently buying up gold, and they are driving the value of gold up, which is good news for people like us who hold the gold, right? Why are they buying the gold? Because they know what's going to happen. They know this crash is coming. So we actually should be watching what they're doing and doing the same. And the thing is, at the moment, we have this unique opportunity to actually buy gold for pennies by buying the crypto, which is backed by gold, right? We have this opportunity. And until December the 15th, we have a coin that's currently in ICO. So it's going to be joining, it's the utility coin, the part of the banking infrastructure, and it's going to join its sister coin, which is currently on the exchanges, right? So, let's just be realistic about this. What Karatbars is providing is a solution. It's actually a way out. It's an exit plan for, what is coming, right? It is coming, guys, right? You know this because we have been through recession after recession, and it is cyclical. And actually, we're overdue. If you look at the timings, it's always between 10, 12 years, and so it's imminent, it's due, and it won't just be a recession this time because of the quantitative easing that's been going on. So what's the best way to protect yourself? Well, frankly, it's to get involved. It's actually to look beyond, the initial get rich quick thing, which is unfortunately where most people are screaming scam. That's where they're coming from, this place of get rich quick. And you know what? I don't blame you for that either, because another part of this whole scam is actually leaving people in a place of scarcity. Because your money, you have more month than money with your paychecks now, because your money doesn't stretch. You are dying for a holiday. You are dying just to have a lucky break. You are dying to get a nice new car. You've got stuff that's breaking down, okay? And you don't have enough money to get it sorted out. And this scarcity, again, is caused by that big banking scam that's currently going on, okay? That's why you are feeling this way. But you have to just hold tight. And I know it's tough. Trust me, I've been there. In the last recession, my husband lost his job. We were just depending on my income, which was very small at that time. I was a school secretary, and we lived on our credit cards. What happened? We have built up massive, massive debt as a result, and we are currently paying that off. And I'm so grateful that I personally have come across Karatbars, because now I can see this is my way out. This is going to give me my retirement in a few years. This is going to pay my mortgage off. This is going to clear my debt mountain. Because what we are looking at here is so innovative. It's so forward thinking. It is so what the world needs. Okay, you've got to look at the problems that are being created in the world and how this is a massive solution. But you have to be patient. You have to be patient, because these things are coming. They are going to fall into place. They are going to fall into place, right? But it is new. It's completely new concept. It's not even like a business startup where certain things are maybe expected. This is completely new. There are going to be bumps in the road. There are going to be hiccups. Okay, but you've got to come from this from a much bigger view. Okay, you've got to stop looking at it like this and through tiny little specks. Okay, look at the global view of what's happening here, right? Stop being small-minded about it, because that's what you're doing. And I'm sorry if that hurts, if that's the truth. You've got to look at this with a big view, with a wide perspective, and actually see what is happening here, right? Do you honestly think this man, Harold Size, and all the other directors, okay, who are involved in this project would be putting themselves out there in the public? They're going to get their blockchain regulated. This is really powerful, okay? They're going to get the crypto and the blockchain regulated, because with regulation, okay, it's going to get rid of that kind of shady side to crypto. Do you know what I mean? And it's going to allow for more mass adoption, because with regulation, you know, people are going to feel more, should we say, happy about using crypto. Because at the moment, there isn't anything, you know, really in place. And for this to become a bank, then there needs to be some kind of regulation in place. Which, you know, for some people, it's going to be good news. Other people who are thinking, oh, well, I quite like keeping everything hidden. Maybe not so good news, but you've got to look at the big picture here. Because when mass adoption comes in, when people feel good about using this because it has the regulation, right, it's going to give people that warm, fuzzy feeling, shall we say, about using it. Okay, so it's all good. It's all good. And this is what we should be celebrating, you know, the fact that we have someone who cares so much about putting his neck out on the line and actually creating something that's a world solution that's going to save so many people from poverty, from debt, from, you know, a really bleak looking future. And I've got to say, if you're not seeing this, I feel sorry for you, because this is really important. And if you're just going around screaming scam, it's not helping, you know, build, you know, as members of Karatbars, we are responsible as well. So if you have bought a package at some point and you are a member of Karatbars and you're going out there screaming scam, well, you know, if you bring this company down, you get what you deserve at the end of the day. We are responsible for our own businesses. We are responsible for helping this company, you know, achieve this incredible feat. So just please think about that. Just think about that for a minute, about what we are actually doing here. Okay, what we are actually doing here, it's huge. It's huge, and it's really, really important. And I would just say, look, if you're still not convinced, then just sit on the fence with it a little bit, okay? Just watch what's going on. Stop making judgments. Just say, okay, I'm just going to reserve my judgment for a bit and just see what else happens. Okay, because it's not just that we have merchant software, it's not that the bank's coming, it's we've got these products as well. We now have, you know, because privacy is becoming a real issue. I don't know if you've noticed that, you know, with people being hacked and identity theft, you know, we now have a laptop and a phone that ensure us complete privacy because because it uses blockchain technology, which gives us back our privacy basically. Which is really important. You know, we've got gold, which gives us our security, right? And that's where we are. We're at safeguarding. You know, this is all about safeguarding your wealth. It's about safeguarding your future, and it's about safeguarding your private data. Okay, there's so much that this company is bringing to us that's completely revolutionary. And we should be embracing that, and we should be cheering them on, and we should be saying, okay, there's been a few hiccups, you know, that have been outside of the control of the company. And we should be saying thank you to them, to Harold Size, to his team, for creating this. And honestly, you know, this is a huge opportunity. This is a huge opportunity, and you need to start seeing it that way. And you need to stop thinking short term. You need to start thinking long term, big picture, what is actually happening here. And we should be supporting it all the way. Okay, so the scam, in summary, the scam is not Karatbars. The scam is what's happening in our banking systems. Okay, they're forcing us to live a life of scarcity. It's no wonder people lack trust these days, okay, because of everything that's going on in the world. It's not your fault. It really isn't. But, you know, you do need to take the blinkers off and look at the big picture here, you know, and you need to just say, okay, so I bought this package. That's a really good thing, and it's going to safeguard me. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. Okay, and if I'm wrong in 5 years' time, then you can go, haha, told you so. But likewise, I think it's going to be the other way around. All right, thank you for watching. I do appreciate you. And, you know, watch out for my next video. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.